Welcome to Mad Mike's Garage, and today is going to be a different video than normal because this dumbass deleted all my footage of me changing my engine oil and my transmission fluid on my Duramax. So what we have here is going to be a quickie video. So, what we have here is Rotella T6 15W40. I used a Wix XP filter, which is 57202 XP. I always search the Amazon for the used items. I got that filter for $6. It should be 13 bucks. Anyway, when I took the filter off, guess what? The old O-ring stayed on, which I've always been told, make sure the old O-ring doesn't stay on when you change your oil filter, and I've never had it happen until this time. So always keep that in mind. I have a cheap oil filter removal tool that I got from Harbor Freight. It's a flow tool. Anyhow, it's a chain style. You can adjust it for whatever filter size you have. It also worked for my transmission. So you'll need a 16 millimeter here, wrench to get the drain plug out of your oil pan, and that's pretty much it, guys. You already know how to change your oil, I'm sure. If you don't, this is all you need to do. I would show you how, but I deleted it, and I'm not dumping over $200 worth of engine oil and transmission oil out just to remake my video. It was my own dumb fault. Don't even ask. I went ahead and changed my transmission internal filter as well. It was my truck has 338,000 miles on it, and I just dropped this filter out. It's the original Allison. I replaced it with the original Allison filter. There's our part number. This is the original Allison replacement part number. I also changed my spin-on filter. Here's my spin-on filter part number. You can get all this off Amazon. I will put my affiliate links for all of these items in the description down below. I don't want to forget this fact that when I pulled the original filter out, it left this original gasket up inside the transmission. I deleted it all, but just so you know, when I pulled this out, it took that off with it, and this was up inside the transmission. So make sure you fish that out. I used a plastic pry tool, and I pulled this out. You don't want to leave that in there. The new one will come with one on it, just like this. It fits on there, trust me. That's what it should look like when it's new. If you pull yours out and that's not on there, you fucked up. Okay. I also changed my transmission fluid. When I drop the pan, you'll need 2 gallons of transmission fluid. I attempted to do what they call the hoot method, which is where you take your top line off the side of the transmission and start your truck up until you get about 2 quarts of oil out. After you get 2 quarts of oil out, you shut your truck off, and then you put 2 more quarts of oil in. I ended up doing about a quart because I couldn't actually get my line the whole way off because I have an aftermarket 4-inch exhaust, and it doesn't allow enough clearance to get the line off without removing my exhaust. And I wasn't about to do all that. So I basically just did a 2-gallon change out, which is what you'll need. You'll get 2 gallons of this if you're just planning on changing out and putting the transmission filter in. You'll need 2 gallons. I got 3, so I'll just hold on to the one. It's kind of expensive. This here's about 50 bucks a pop. I got all 3 gallons here off Amazon, and it was about $143 for the 3 gallons. I'll put that link in as well. And then I don't have anything other than with the engine oil. It's hard to beat Walmart. I got the 2.5 gallon of the Shell T6 for $56. That's the cheapest deal that you can find right now as of 4/22/2022. It's $56 for 2.5 gallons, but that'll do your whole truck. That's not terrible. And of course your filter. That should pretty much do it. I'm gonna take you underneath, show you where everything is in case you don't know, and I'll be back. Hey YouTube, here's gonna be a quick undershot of what I've done. This is where your new filter goes. This is where I changed my new Wix XP filter. I used that chain adjustable oil filter wrench on it. The 16mm, as you see, will go right here on your oil drain plug, and you'll drain that out. That's it as far as your engine oil. It's pretty straightforward. You need a 16mm and you need some sort of an oil filter wrench. There's different kinds available, and that's pretty much that. So we're going to shift you over here to the transmission a little bit more. As far as the transmission, you need a 13mm. I would use, it don't need to be a deep well. I use a deep well just to get me down a little farther so I wasn't smacking my knuckles. But a 13mm socket of some sort. I actually used my 1/4" drive nut runner and ran everything off. And then you want to torque these to 20 foot-pounds when you're done. And you can reuse your gasket. You just need to get a filter. Some people say you don't need to change the filter. I don't see any problem. If you do decide to, they're like $30. If $30 is gonna break you, don't change it. Just take your oil pan drain plug out, which is right over there. Try to get you over there, right here. It is a 15mm, and then you drain your transmission that way. Now, once I took the pan off, after I drained it, there was at least a quart left in there. If you can see, there's like a indentation up where that drain plug is. So there's at least a quart of fluid that lays in here all the time. So I really don't understand why they have, other than just for clearance, and they don't want you ripping off the drain plug. It's kind of pointless, really. It helps. That way you don't have 2 gallons of transmission fluid coming out. I get it, but the whole point of that plug isn't to drain all the fluid out. It's to drain everything but about a quart or so, and then once you drop your pan, you'll have that extra quart coming out. And then of course I cleaned the inside of my pan. It wasn't terrible for the mileage. There's a magnet inside. You want to really clean that real good. Get yourself some brake clean or some carburetor cleaner and clean all that up, make it look really good. And like I said earlier, you can reuse your gasket, and then you're going to use 2 gallons of your transmission fluid. And not to forget this little guy here. This transmission spindle filter. Let's see if I can get you over here to the side. I already showed you the box, so, but stick with your Allison stuff. They build a good quality product here. So let me get you over here so you can see that. There's your Allison filter. Same deal. Once I took the transmission drain pan out, the transmission internal filter, like another quart of fluid came out. So, and then after I started to try to do the hoot method, which didn't work because of my huge exhaust over there, I got about another quart or so out of the existing cooler lines, but my fluid didn't look all that bad, so I wasn't too disappointed. So I think that's probably about it. So I apologize profusely for having deleted my files. My laptop was getting kind of cluttered with old stuff, and I decided, well, like I said, I decided to get rid of some of my excess on there. And of course, I've already uploaded my new video stuff, and I feel like such a dipshit. I was really looking forward to editing and all that, and it wasn't terrible. It's pretty much the same thing I just showed you. This is the abbreviated version. You just didn't get to see the oil coming out. So, apologize if you really like watching oil come out, because that's about all you really missed. But I figured I'd just give you a quick update on it. At least you know what tools you need. This is really simple. I wouldn't be paying a garage to do this for me if you had a little bit of hell. Even if you could do this in your driveway, this isn't that bad. So let me know if there's any questions, anything that would help you guys. So I usually answer any questions pretty quickly, so hit me up, man. Till next time on Man Mike's Garage.